Hello everybody, welcome to my channel again. This is Oliver. We're doing section 2.3, which is about subtracting real numbers. We have about 30 problems for today, so let's start. Number one, through 12, find the difference. So number one is 12 minus 7, and we know that when we have two minuses, that becomes plus. So this transforms to 12 plus 7. Or that is 19, because we have two positive numbers we're adding up, so that is 19. Number two, we have the same thing. We have two minus signs, that becomes plus, so 22 plus 28, or that is 50. Okay. Number three, we have again two minus signs, so this becomes minus 6 and then plus 13. 13 is greater than 6, so the sign is plus, and 13 minus 6. And then we subtract the numbers, 13 minus 6, which is 7. So plus 7 is the answer for number 3. Number 4, we have minus 15. So this comes out to minus 15, and then minus 9 is plus 9. 15 is greater than 9, so the sign we take of the before 15, so which is minus, and then 15 minus 9 is 6. So minus 6 is the answer. Next one is 5.8 minus is plus 7.9. We just add up these two numbers. 7 plus 5 is 12, and this is 13.7. So 5 and 7 is 12, and then 12.9, let's say 13, we borrowed 0.1 from here, that's 13, and then 13.7, because this now became 0.7. So that's how we did it in our head, so we don't have to use any side computations. Number 6, this is minus 4.1, minus, that's plus 3.6. 4.1 is greater than 3.6, so minus sign, and then 4.1 minus 3.6 is 0.5. Okay. Then number 7, we have minus 6.2, and then minus, that is plus 3.6. 6 is greater than 3, so the sign is minus, and the 6.2 minus 3.6, that is 2.6. And then to check your answer, if you add up 3.6 and 2.6, you should get 6.2. 3 and 2 is 5, and then this is 6.2, so yes, this is correct. Number 8, this is 3.8, and then minus is plus 5.9. So we add up two positive numbers. 5 and 3 is 8, 9.7. Right? 3 and 5, 3 plus 5 is 8. And then we said 9. We borrowed 0.1 from here, that's 9, and then 9.7, because this became from 0.8 to 0.7, because we borrowed 0.1 here. Number 9, we have minus 2.6, minus is plus 10.2. 10.2 is greater than 2.6, so plus, and then 10.2 minus 2.6 is what? 7.6. And to check your answer, if you add up 7.6 and 2.6, you should get 10.2. And yes, that is correct. Number 10, okay, so 10 through 12, this is adding fractions. So we have to get the greatest common denominator. And for 3 and 9, that is 9. So we multiplied 3 by which number to get to 9? 3. 3 times 3 is 9. So since we multiplied 3 by 3, we have to multiply the 1, the numerator. So since we multiplied the denominator by 3, we have to multiply the numerator by 3 as well. So 1 times 3. Okay. And then minus 4. Why is this minus 4? Because minus 4 is already over 9. So we don't have to multiply minus 4 with anything. Okay, so this is 1 times 3 is 3, and then minus 4 over 9. Which one is greater? 4 is greater, so minus. 4 minus 3 is 1, minus 1 over 9 is the answer. Okay. So here, which one is the greatest common denominator? It's 8, because 4 times 2 is 8. Okay. So we multiplied 2 by 4 to get 8, so we have to multiply 1 by 4 as well. And then minus, it is plus 7. 7 is still 7 because it's already over 8 here. Okay, so 1 times 4 is 4, plus 7 over 8. 4 plus 7 is 11. 11 over 8, or this is 1 whole. That's 8/8. That's 1 whole. And then from 8/8 to 11/8, that's 1, 2, 3, 3. So 1 whole and 3/8 is the answer. Okay, number 12, we have minus 2 over 3. The minus minus is plus 3 over 8. Greatest common denominator, 3 times 3 is 9, so we can't do that, right? So we have to, 3 times 8 is 24. Let's use 24. So we multiplied 3 by 8 to get 24. So minus 2 times 8 is minus 16. And then 8 we multiplied by 3 to get 24. So 3 times 3 is 9. Okay, and then which one is greater, 16 or 9? 16 is greater, so the sign is minus. 16 minus 9 is 7. So minus 7 over 24 is the answer for number 12. 13 through 24, we have to substitute x and y, these values for x and y. So let's start with 13. So we have y, which is 10.8, and then minus x, which is minus 6.4. So this is 10.8. Minus minus is plus 6.4, or this is 10 and 6 is 16, then 17.2. Right, so 0.4 can be written as 0.2 plus 0.2. 0.2 comes here with 0.8, it's 1 whole. So 10 and 6 is 16, and 1, 17, and then 0.2. 17.2. Number 14, we have x, which is minus 6.4, and then minus 10.8. This is minus 6.4. Minus and minus is plus 10.8. Plus 10 is greater than 6, so plus, and then 10.8 minus 6.4 is 4.4. That's the answer for 14. 15, we have x, which is minus 6.4, so minus 6.4, and then minus y. Y is 10.8. So we have we are adding up two negative numbers, so minus 10 and 6, 16, 17.2. Minus 17.2 is the answer. We're adding up two negative signs, two negative numbers. So the sign is negative, and then we're adding up these two numbers. 16 minus y, so minus y is 10.8, and then minus x. X is minus 6.4, or this is minus 10.8 plus 6.4. Or this is minus, right? Because 10 is greater than 6, and 10.8 minus 6.4 is 4.4. 17, x is minus 6.4, minus y is 10.8, and then minus 2.6. So we're adding up three negative numbers, so minus 10 and 6 is 16, and 2, 18, 19, 19.8. So I did 10 plus 6 is 16, and 2, 18. Now I added up 0.4 and 0.6. That's 1 whole, so that's 19. 19, and then 0.8. This 19.8. Y is 10.8, so 10.8 minus 5.4 minus x is minus 6.4. Minus 6.4. So this is 10.8 minus 5.4. Let's do these two first. So this is going to be 5.4. So 5.4. And then minus 6.4 is plus 6.4. Or this is 5 and 6 is 11, 11.8. 19. We have minus 7.3 minus x is minus 6.4, and then plus y is 10.8. So let's write it again. Minus 7.3 minus is plus 6.4, and then plus 10.8. 10.8 and plus 6.4 is 17.2. So this is minus 7.3 plus 17.2, or this is 17 is greater, so plus, and then 17.2 minus 7.3 is 9.9. Okay, and you can add up 9.9 and 7.3, you should get 17.2. 9 and 7 is 16, 17.2, yes, so this is correct. This is 19, 26.4 plus y, which is 10.8, minus x is minus 6.4. So this is minus 6.4 becomes plus 6.4. So all these are positive numbers. All three are positive numbers. So we can just say plus, and then we just have to add up these three numbers. They're all positive numbers. So 6 and 6 is 12, and 10, 22, 23.6. 23.6. So how I did it? So 6 and 6 and 10. So that 6 and 6 is 12 plus 10, 22. And then we have to add up these decimals. So 0.4 and 0.4 is 0.8. 0.8 and 0.8 is 1.6. So 22 plus 1.6 is 23.6. Now, if you can do this in your head, it's always a good idea to have these numbers just like this: 6.4, 10.8. Make sure the decimals align, and then 6.4, and then just add up these numbers. So 4 and 4, 8, and 8, 16, 6 and 1 we remember. 6 and 6 is 12, and the one we remember is 13. 3 and 1. 1 plus the one we remember is 2. 23.6, that's what we got. Okay. 21, 10.8 minus x is minus 6.4 minus y is 10.8. So now 10.8 and minus 10.8 cancel out. Okay, so this is positive, this is negative, right? That's the inverse property of addition. Okay, when you're adding up the opposite number of a number, you get 0, and then we just have here minus 6.4, that is plus 6.4. So plus 6.4 is the answer for 21. So 22, we have y, which is 10.8, 10.8 minus x. So x is minus 6.4. So let's write these two negatives here. So we have minus, and then we have minus, and then x is minus 6.4. So we have another minus 6.4 here, right? And then plus 6.4. So so let's write these down. So we have 10.8. Now minus and minus is plus. So this here is plus 6.4, but then we have another minus here. So it's minus 6.4 and then plus 6.4. So these two cancel out because this is positive 6.4, this is negative 6.4. So the answer is just this 10.8. 10.8 is the answer for 22. 23, we have 7.2 plus y is 10.8, and then minus x is minus 6.4. So minus 6.4 is plus 6.4. So we have three positive numbers. So we're just adding up the three numbers. So 7 and 6 is 13, and 10, 23. 0.8 and 0.2 is 1, so 24, 24.4. So 24.4. So let's do it again. So 7 and 6 is 13, and 10, 23, 24.4. Yes. Okay, 24 is the next. We have 4.25 minus x is minus 6.4 minus y is 10.8. Or this is 4.25 minus is plus 6.4 and minus 10.8. Let's add up the two positive numbers first. So 4 and 6 is 10. So 10.4665. 10.65 and then minus 10.8. 10.8 is greater than 10.6. So the sign is minus, and then this is 0.15. That's 21. 25 and 26, find the change in temperature or elevation. So Celsius, that's temperature. Elevation is meters. Okay. So from 15 Celsius to -5 Celsius. So what's the change? So from 2. So we get to this. So it's basically, what's the change? It's -5 minus 15. Or this is minus 20 degrees Celsius. And 26, we get from -250 to 175. What's the change? Well, 175 minus, and then minus 250. Or this is 175 plus 250, or this is 425 meters. Okay. And how I did it? Well, 175, you can say it's 150 plus 25, right? And what is 250 plus 150? 200 and 100, 300 and 50 and 50, 100, 400. So this and this is 400, and this 25 is 425. Okay, we have 27, 28, 29, and 30. We have 4 more problems. 27, planet temperatures. The average temperature on the surface of Venus is 480 Celsius, and the average temperature on the surface of Mars is -65 Celsius. How many degrees hotter is the temperature on Venus surface than on Mars? So Venus 480. How hotter is it than Mars? Mars is 65. So this is 480 minus is plus 65. Or this is 545 Celsius. Okay. Manned submersibles. Alvin, a manned submersible used in deep sea exploration, has a maximum depth of -14,764 feet. Its first untethered dive was -35 feet. How many feet deeper is Alvin's maximum depth than the depth of its first dive? Okay, so this is something like this when you have the sea level, which is 0, and then -35 is somewhere here, and then minus 14,764 feet is somewhere there. So it's asking us how many feet deeper is Alvin's maximum depth than the depth of this one, of the first dive. So we have to calculate this distance here in feet. So since both numbers are negative, you can just say this number minus this number is what you get for this distance in feet. So this is basically 14,764 minus 35. Or this is 14,700, and then this is going to be 29 feet, because 29 plus 35 is 5064. Yeah. Okay, 29, banana prices. The table shows the weekly prices in dollars of a pound of bananas. So 49 cents a pound of banana, 49 cents, 39 cents, and 49 cents a pound of banana during a month at a local supermarket. So this is week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4. Determine the change in the price per pound each week. So this change, then this change, this change. So this change was 0, right? Because the price did not change from week 2 to week 2. From week 1 to week 2. So it was 0.49 to 0.49. So the change was $0. From 0.49 week 2 to week 3, went down the price of bananas to 0.39 cents. So that is negative, went down. So this is negative 0.10 cents. The way to compute is 0.39 minus 0.49. So this is 0.39. This is the 2, right? The 2 minus from 0.49, or this is minus 0.10. Okay. And then the change from week 3 to week 4, it's positive 0.10. This is 0.49 minus 0.39, 0.10, positive. Okay, so determine the change in the price per pound each week. So that's what we did. It was 0, minus 0.10, and plus 0.10. Find the total of these changes to determine the total change in the price per pound over the 4 weeks. So we have to add up these 3 numbers. So it's 0 plus negative 0.10, then plus 0.10. So these 2 cancel out, then we end up with 0. So there was no change, the total change in the price per pound over the 4 weeks. 30, state temperatures. The table shows the record high and low temperatures for several states. So we have Alaska, North Dakota, Wyoming, Virginia, and Nevada. We have the record high and low temperatures. So Alaska, we have the highest 100 degrees, and this is Fahrenheit, in Fahrenheit, and then minus 80 Fahrenheit. North Dakota, minus 121, plus 121, the highest, and minus 60, the lowest, and so on. Find the difference between the record high and low temperatures for each state. Okay, so for Alaska, it would be the highest minus the lowest, or this is 100 minus is plus 80. So this is 180 Fahrenheit. This is for Alaska. Then for North Dakota, it's going to be 121, the highest, minus the lowest. So this is 121 plus 60, or this is 181. Then for Wyoming, we have 115 minus 66, or this is 115 plus 66, or this is 181. So the same as North Dakota. Virginia, the difference between the record high and low is 110 minus 30. This is 110 plus 30, or 140 degrees Fahrenheit. And then Nevada, it's 125 minus 50, or 125 plus 50, or 175 degrees Fahrenheit. So we did find the difference between the record high and low temperatures for each state. And then the question is, which states have the greatest temperature difference? That is North Dakota and Wyoming. They have 181. They have the greatest temperature difference. All right. So that's all for today. Please like this video, please share it, and subscribe to the channel to see more videos. Thank you guys, and I'll see you soon next time. Bye-bye.